stopped. Right, so my camera's stopped now. Why? So yes, you've got your 3 there. These 4 here are your transfer efficiency. But one of the best ways to deal with this, to see things, is to put right, so there's your different angles of them 2 holes, as you can see. So like I say, that one is your is what squashes. Then this one after that is angled differently for transfer efficiency. So you just get an impression of how they're all angled, and then when you put them in, see that's straight out the tip compared to that one, which does that. You get your different angles by putting a toothpick in, and you can just see and study the air cap of what you're doing with that air cap. So that's that one, the red one. For the Titan and the Wagner, I prefer that one. Just good all round and works. Okay, right. So let's do the Durr gun actually now. So with the Durr gun, it's similar setup. Let's try and hold these together. But if you just look at the air atomizing holes as they come, sorry, the material atomizing holes, this one is for a narrower fan, and that one gives you a wider fan because the 3 holes are spread out. They're more clustered together. The holes on the end are the same because they do the same job. Okay, but this one is, I think it's 10 to 30 degree angle, so a 308 or a 108. These here are wider, so these are like 408 to 908. I find this one the best all-rounder air cap, just because you can do different things with it, spread the fan out, you can do all sorts with it. This one does have a limit on how wide you can go with it, and that's the Durr. Also, with the Durr, you can get, oh, that's the tips that go in the Durr, by the way. They're double atomization is standard, very good quality all round. Now you can get one that's just for round patterns, okay, and it's a special tip that goes in it. And if you look at the configuration of that, a bit of paint on it there, it's just a square block, okay. And this is just to have a round pattern, and all these holes come in at an angle, so it basically, you just get a spot. And I don't know how the tip's cut inside exactly, but that is the tip for it, and it's a special, you know, your standard ones don't fit in this air cap. It is just purely designed like that. So if you're doing lots of spindles, maybe you can set it up accurately just for doing spindles. So that's another thing that the Durr has. Right. Oh, just quickly. So the Wagner or the Titan flat tips. So the ones with the black on are single atomization, and there's the all silver ones are double atomization. So there's 2 tips in there. They are a little bit softer, the fan pattern on them. These are a little bit more dusty than the black ones because it's more, you know, but it's a softer fan pattern as well. But for me, water based all day long, these silver ones here, the guarantee you get that factory finish. These can, like the Kremlin ones, leave a little bit coarser finish with your waterbornes if you're in a hot environment, etc. In spray booth, you probably get away with both of them, but just my opinion that. Right, what else have we got? We've got, oh, this one here. So I've not left this gun like this, by the way. I've just lent it to someone. It's just dirty, so I'm going to give it a clean in a minute. So this is the Tria Pro 45 tip. Now you can get this to fit the G40 gun, the Wagner gun, the Der gun, all the air assisted guns. So basically it's got its own air cap, and this air cap is modelled on the Kremlin air cap, by the way. The whole configuration, which is one of my favourite air caps for the cleanliness of it, the Kremlin one. Not keen on the Kremlin tips, but the air cap is superb, and the gun hold obviously is superb. So what happens is that goes in there, and you've got different extension pieces for different guns. So the G40 will have a different one of them. The Graco, the Der gun will have a different one of them. And what happens is it goes onto that ball there. It's round there, and that goes onto that ball there. So it sits on it, and then that's designed to fit Wagner's tip seal. Okay. So let me just put the collar on, and it just uses the gun standard collar. That goes in there. It is a great idea, this. I wish the only issue I find with it is the tip quality is not as good as the Der and the Wagner or the Titan. Okay, so that's it now. It's its own housing. So it just screws on and seals. So it turns, and it's got a reversible tip, obviously. Right. So what you do is it sits at an angle. I like to have it facing down so I can see my fan pattern coming out. So there. So you can just turn that like that and like that, and you've still got the air cap fully functional. So unlike you've got all the holes in action. Unlike the Wagner one, where you've just got the ones at the side with no atomizing ones for the standard reversible tips, this allows all the holes to come into play. And it's a great idea. It does work really well. My only criticism of it is the holes on the horns are a lot smaller than the Kremlin ones. So in effect, you get really fine jets coming out, and you can sometimes have fingers in your fan pattern if you're not careful with it. So I would like to, I'm waiting for a middle piece off here for my Der gun from Mr. Bidwell. And I'm really looking forward to playing with that, because having two air settings and having, you know, this air cap in play, I reckon I'll be able to spray pretty much dust free with it. And I just want to have a go with it and have a play with it, because things jump out at you and things surprise you as you start playing with them, and sometimes you can change your mind on things and stuff like that. But I do like this design, it's very good, but tip quality isn't as good as some of the others. But they do have double tips where you've got like a 106 in one end and then let's say a 212 in the other end, and you can reverse it like that. Or they do double atomization, so you can have two 106s. That there is a 106. I do like it. It's just not cut in kind of a good enough way that you get that, you know, really top quality droplet size like the Der and the Wagner produce. So yeah, hope that helps you understand a few things. I'll try and get a decent video together, a bit more professionally done at some point. This is just to answer a few of your questions, and I know you're all looking into them and interested. It might save you a buy, it might push you a buy, but that's all the bits and bobs from them. Like I say, this is my gun of choice right now. It's a fantastic gun. It just lays down finishes great all the time, and like I say, you can dial your fan into what you want, which is something we've not been able to do with Assisted Airless. So yeah, I'll catch you all later.